Good morning, everyone. Excuse me. I'm on my way to work. I was just thinking and had some things go on last night. We're actually early in the morning. I was in bed. I just got home late. It was right after Shabbat. I slept maybe 2 hours. I got a phone call, and I hear a voice over the phone telling me one of your drivers has been in an accident. He was on a head-on collision. There's a fatality. And I jumped up, and adrenaline just hit my body. I was wide awake. I mean, wide awake. And I got dressed as fast as I could. I got the directions. I gave the directive to all the managers and the supervisors that are out there, trying to get a hold of the situation. And the accident happened up north, about maybe an hour from where I live, something like that. And I had to get up there as fast as I could. And so I got in my car and I just started driving up there. You know, I let my family know what was going on, and I had to try to go see what's going on with my driver. You know, my heart was pounding, and I just started to pray, because most of these drivers I've known for a long time, and most of them I hired. I'm the one that passed them so they can be hired to where I work. And I was just praying for the Father's mercy and for Him to help in the situation, because I don't have any kind of control over the situation, of what the outcome is going to be and what's going to go on. And so we were getting very little information, little bits and pieces of information, and they're calling me, and the bosses started calling me, and our safety manager called me, and he started on his way out there also. And I got out there, and the police pulled you over, and they actually came at me, you know, with their hands on their guns. Kind of a scary situation. It was kind of really bad. It was really bad situation. I can't give out too much about it, but I saw my driver. He was standing there and shaking, and had it's a grown man about my age, a big, strong black man, my brother, man. I hired him, you know. Never seen him in that state before. And he looked like a scared little boy. And he had glass all over him. His hand was bleeding. He thought he broke his legs at one time because his whole body lost control just from the impact and all that happened. And there was a fatality. And we're glad it wasn't him. And, it was caused by a drunk driver. I wrapped him up in a blanket, and I put him in my car, put the heater on, and I had to go do the investigation with the police and wait for our safety manager to get there. And you know, we did all that we had to do. And I just was praying shalom over him and said, Father, you know, what he saw in the gore, the mangled bodies and all this stuff, the Father just, you know, touch him, because he started feeling some feelings of condemnation. You know, he felt like he killed somebody. It wasn't him, but he had nothing to do with it. It wasn't his fault at all. We have video footage and, you know, different things, but everything he did, he was right. Everything he was trained to do, he did. You know, I trained him, and we see that he did everything he could do, and he actually saved some lives by doing what he did. And I just had to make him understand it wasn't your fault, because the police officer, he told me what happened, and I said somebody else made a wrong choice and it cost lives to leave this earth. I said, it's not your fault, brother. I was playing shalom over him. I said, brother, just lay back, sit back, and go to sleep. Go to sleep until I take you to the clinic. I'm gonna take you to the doctor right now. I go, we just gotta get the report done, and then we're gonna leave. And so we did that, and you know, he actually fell into a deep sleep. He actually started snoring, and I stopped to use the restroom, and I went to the doctor, and he told me, hey, aren't you going to stop to use the restroom? And I said, I already did, brother. You're asleep. He goes, oh man, that's how comforting my Father made it. And I can feel the Ruach come into the car, and that presence of shalom just came in here, and I was just praying the whole way over everything, because there's other families that are affected by this. You know, somebody just lost their son. Somebody just lost, you know, their best friend. Someone just lost their husband. Someone just lost their father. There's so many things that happened. It was not a place that you want to be in, not a place that you want to see. And it brought back memories of something that happened in my family a while ago, and I tried to just keep my composure for his sake. And we got him to the doctor, and we checked him out. They gave him all his prescriptions that he needed, and bandaged him up, and you know, we did the reports and all that, and he went home. And what got me was, he said, I can't die. He said, we already lost my sister, and my mother can't take that. She wouldn't be able to handle it if I'm gone too. And so he's worried about his life because of his mother. And I was like, man, Father, that's a heart of a son. You know? I'm grateful that the Father had his hand on him, and he's alive. You know? And I always try to do my best to be a witness. You know, we can't preach and do certain things there at work, but people know your heart, and they start to know who you are, and they see how you act, and they watch what you're saying, and man, it just means a lot. And I wasn't at work, so I started getting phone calls in from other drivers. Hey, you okay? Well, come, you're not at work. And I'm like, oh, I'm on my way. We just got, and I couldn't really tell them what happened, but I'm on my way. You know, I'll be there. You know, I'm okay. And they're like, oh, okay, good, Limon, it's good. You know, my drivers, you know, call me by my last name, but you know, it's kind of interesting that, you know, these drivers, they care about me just as much as I care about them. You know, I used to work side by side with them out in the field, and you know, now I'm their supervisor, and you know, it's just a different position, not a higher position. And I just try to, you know, that's the way I look at it. And I work side by side, trying to do my best to do what I can to help them, you know, grown men out there trying to take care of their families. And I just wanted to, you know, just share this with everybody today. You know, life is fragile. It can be taken from us in an instant. We might not see our wives and our children and our moms and our fathers and our brothers and our sisters again. They may never see us again. You know, sometimes the choices we make affect other people. And we really need to be careful what we do, how we act, the choices that we make. You know, getting behind a wheel drunk is never, ever a good idea. Being on, you know, texting and talking on the cell phone, and you're distracted, it's never a good idea. Unless you have a hands-free device and you're not, you know, losing your concentration. But being drunk, being high, and all this crazy stuff that's out there, and then on top of that, you know, speeding and doing all kinds of, there's a lot of things that can happen. Being in places you don't belong in, being in neighborhoods you don't belong in, not watching what you're saying. You might say the wrong thing to the wrong person. These are things I tell my children, especially my oldest son. You can't say everything you want to say sometimes. You got to be careful how you say it and who you're saying it to. Because someone might take it the wrong way, and that someone might be a person who's very wicked, and they don't care. They'll take your life and walk away and never think about you again. I've seen it. I grew up in that environment. And you can't just do everything you want to do because you feel like you want to do it. You better pray. You better make sure you're in a place you belong. You better understand that you better be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because if you walk out of the will of God, you walk out of the will of Elohim, you walk out of the way of your Savior, you're doing things you're not supposed to do, you're walking in sin. That choice you make can cost you your life. I don't care how big and bad you are, how young you are, how old you are, what you think you know, your knowledge ain't going to save you. Your wisdom and your knowledge, your skill, your gift, that's not going to save you if you make a wrong decision, if you make a wrong choice, and you start doing the things you want to do because you feel like it, or you do it because you're angry, or you do it because you're jealous, or whatever it is that's contrary to doing it out of love and mercy and respect and honor for our King. If you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, if you're going somewhere you're not supposed to be going, be really careful, because it's going to have an effect on your family. It's going to have an effect on the people who love you. It's going to have an effect on your friends. It's going to have an effect on all those people who are supposed to be placed in front of you to bring into the kingdom. I had an eye-opening experience yesterday. And I was up from 3:30 all the way until I don't know when. It just didn't end. It was a long day. A lot of emotions. A lot of pondering, a lot of thinking. A lot of self-searching. And I hope it doesn't take that for everyone to understand. For everyone to see their value and their worth. How powerful your choices are. And I've told this to my children since they were little. The most powerful gift, the most powerful weapon, the most powerful tool, the most powerful power and authority the Father has given you is the power of choice. And what you do with that choice is going to cause either heaven to praise or for the enemies to rejoice. I hope we're making the right decisions out there today. And day to day. And for the rest of our lives. Because every step we make, every choice we make, matters. It really matters. You know, we just had Torah portion of Lekleka. Come and be the person you're supposed to be. And if it's fear that's stopping you from being who you are, you need to look fear in the face. You need to look fear right in the eyes and say, so what? So what? Fear is a real spirit. But he ain't more powerful than you and I. Fear is a real spirit. And we're not trying to compete against anything. We're not trying to compete against fear or doubt. We're the children of the King. We're here to dominate. We don't compete. This is something that's been instilled in me since I was a very, very young man. And even as a wrestler, so we don't compete out there on the mat. We go out there to dominate. And if anybody's coming out there to challenge us, coming out there to compete against us, they already lost. Because if they're coming out to challenge, they're coming out to compete. They don't understand that we came there with a different purpose, a different mindset. We're there to dominate. Now in this walk in life, in this walk with the Father, this walk with my Yahuwah, we're not here to challenge. We're not here to compete against the enemy. We're here to dominate. This is our land. This is our world. All of it. And we're here to dominate. What are you going to do today to dominate for the kingdom of the mighty and powerful Elohim? Shalom, shalom.